Hi, and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. Well, I won't say like every other evening because on Friday we had our young commentators with great, unbelievable, not as many, we only had a couple there. We just discussing the game, the Army game there, weren't we? And obviously I'll give you some feedback during the week on that one as well, because once we get all the stats and the feedback off the referee, it's going to take a little while as well, and from my ex-player Kevin Fox. So well done to all who took part in that game. I hope that many did turn out for it, but I know the weather was atrocious. It was absolutely Baltic yesterday. Where it come from, I really don't know, because I was checking out the weather forecasts and it was telling me it was about 15 degrees and not too bad, but it was freezing. And then the rain comes a little bit later on, doesn't it, you know? So whatever you wear, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know it was cold, because I'm going to start wrapping myself up now, get all my mountain gear out of the cupboards and get it ready now for the games. But you've got to take your hats off to the referees, because we're okay, aren't we? We run a team, excuse me, we run a team and then we're away. Okay, some managers do stay because they have 2 or 3 teams and they're there all day, so hats off to them as well, who make the most of it and are absolutely freezing, I suppose. But it's the same as the referees, they go on after game, don't they, you know, and they've only got the kit on. So it's hats off to them and everyone who does stay throughout the day, because I'll be walking around for a couple of hours with the committee, like Bob and Connor as well, Connor referees as well, so you've got to give him his due, you know. Great committee, I must admit. I was talking to Julie as well, and we were discussing what they have there, like an incident book that they've developed, and it coincides with the way that we do it, because really when we're out and about and we're watching and monitoring junior leagues and we come across the same team, parents who are sort of verbal abusive towards the referee or they're showing aggressive behaviour, we start noting that down and we approach the committee and we tell them to take note of it, which is brilliant, and they will. And we see it once or twice, and then the committee can take action towards the county FAs, or we'll report it to the county FAs, and they will get in touch with that team and also take action on that. And now that's what the North JFL are doing, putting an incident book down there, and I think it's a great idea that we can give some feedback to them and monitor the teams, and if we think anything on towards the referees or each other, even the kids on the pitch, they'll note it down and then they'll look back on it and they'll have that team in, managers, coaches, and they'll take the appropriate action. And I must admit, my weeks walking around with the North JFL, they're really concerned about any unprovoked actions towards their referees or even the players, coaches. They need to, you know, we're all trying to get a grip, but they were short of referees again yesterday, and it wasn't down to verbal abuse, because I'm walking around and, as I say, I admire the work that they're doing there. They're walking around day in, day out, making sure that people are coming off the pitch. Also, if there's any not so nice chanting or shouting, they're in there. And if I see anything as well, I'll feed it back to Bob, and Bob in turn will talk to the committee with Connor and Bernie, and they'll get things done, they'll organise things. And that's what it should be about. Even a referee, as I was talking there today, young referee, absolutely brilliant, this referee, Callum. I mentioned him last week, and people are giving him really good reviews about the way he's refereeing, the way he's getting involved. But if he thinks that there's something not right, he'll come over and ask the question. He did to myself and Connor on the pitch about someone who was continuously filming throughout that game, and he asked what the rules or the regulations were. So obviously myself and Connor put him right. It was just that both managers, you should make them aware, and they see their parents, if they're happy about them being filmed, that's okay, but obviously we've got to find out where that film was going in the first place. So I reassured Callum that I'd go over and have a chat to him and the gentleman involved, and I did, and obviously he was one of the parents, and thought, oh okay, I didn't think, you know, I wouldn't, I'm sorry about that one. and stop the filming. But that's the action. Go over and talk to the teams. If you want to film the children playing football, and if they're happy with it, that's fine. You can go ahead with it, because we tend to go out there, but we will have our forms filled in and get the managers to see the parents and ask them, is it okay if we, even if we take a photograph of the kids with the referees or something for our website, or you know, we want to talk about things that's gone on. Well, we get the well, we'd inform the league as well. We let them know what we're doing, and they know, they're aware of what we're doing as well, because we've got a good reputation with all leagues and hopefully all referees and committees. That's what it's all about, working together as a team, and that's all we keep saying. And as I say, yesterday it was some great football, don't get me wrong. I watched this girls team under 10s, you know, ex-academy kids, girls they are, Blackburn Eagles, playing a red kit at Liverpool, and you know what, they're holding their own, absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure all the managers who are coming across them and playing them will reassure you there as well. They're taking part, they're playing the lads teams, and you know what, if you took, a few years ago, if you put girls against the lads and that, then they'd be annihilated. They really would have, because it was, you know, we're all just getting used to girls football coming into it. All right, more than 2 years ago, but now they're really committed. They're holding their own. They're playing the game. They're fast. They're keeping up with the lads, and even the lads are admiring them. They're playing them. There's no disrespect in them whatsoever. Just a game of football, and it finished up yesterday. I'm not too sure the team who were playing, but I was talking to a young referee, Finn, who was made up and said it was probably the best game of football that he's refereed. He said it was really great to see the girls challenging, and they finished up 2-1 in the end. It could have gone either way, to be honest. It was one of those games, so well done for those girls performing. Great to see, and I look forward to watching them every week. They really are good, and keep up the great work. I'm enjoying it, and I'm sure the lads and the managers will confirm that they're enjoying playing with them again. It's fast, furious and competitive, I assure you, well worthy. So anyway, what we're trying to say is, when you're going out to grassroots football as well, please respect the kids who are playing football. Give them the time, the space on the ball. Don't over shout at them, encourage them. That's what they deserve, that's what they need. Us adults to turn around and applaud them when they're playing football, commend them on every move they do, and don't shout at them if they make a mistake. And it's exactly the same to a referee. That referee you think, in your opinion, has made a mistake, then don't belittle the referee, just let them get on with it, because they don't mean to. We're all human, and we all will make mistakes. We do it day in, day out. I do. I make mistakes left, right and centre, and I'm sure your day doesn't go amiss without a mistake somewhere along the line. So take that into consideration, and when you go out and enjoy the games of football, just encourage the kids to play football, and encourage the referees to referee and officiate their games as well. They want to develop their skills, they want to move a level up or down, because they start up at level 7 and then they go down to level 6. People would ask me a lot of questions about the referees, what's going to happen, where are they? Now we know there's a lot of referees haven't registered at all, so why haven't they registered? That's what we need to find out, and I'm sure the county FAs need to find out as well, because I know North JFL, absolutely brilliant, do everything by the book. Connor is amazing, and he looks towards, if the referees aren't registered, he will not have them in the league, and that is part and parcel of the game, whether you know that or you don't, because if you're not registered, then you obviously haven't taken your safeguarding course as well, and that is imperative this day and age, because parents want to know whether you're safeguarded. Even if you're a referee or a coach, a manager, DBS checked, you need to be checked. So are those referees DBS checked? If you're only young, you don't need to be DBS checked. You have to be 16 years of age. You have to register with the county FA to get your affiliation number, and then you're all good to go. So why haven't these referees registered? Why are they refereeing? Are they still refereeing, officiating? I don't know. I'm not too sure, but we need to know why there's a massive shortage of referees. So we need to talk to the county FAs to find out what is going on. We tried We tried to find out what's happening with the young referees, because the leagues are short. Let's put these young referees into the leagues that are short. Let's get them on the courses. And I'm not too sure, because people are saying to me that they're trying to get hold of the county FAs, can't get hold of anyone at the moment. What is going on? I'm unsure. So we tried as well, and as I say, we wrote my column in the Walton Herald. That's all about referee shortages and my opinions as to why. And we tried to get a comment off the county FA regarding this, Natasha. And obviously Natasha did not respond back to me. I went through Steve Swinow, and we were waiting for it, maybe just a little bit too busy, but I think we're all too busy, aren't we? But at the end of the day, we are volunteers, and all the volunteers out there are asking for answers, because they do pay for referees. They're not shying away from that, but managers and coaches, they need to raise their funding as well, and they want to try and make sure that they have a referee for their games, because they do pay their affiliation fees or registration fees to that league. It really should guarantee a referee, but it doesn't, does it? And referee fees have been going up. Why are they going up? If we're shorter referees, if you're not shorter referees, that's fair enough. But I think everyone should be in line, every league should be in line with a payment scheme for referees, so they can't go overboard, because you heard me when I was talking to young commentators regarding the referee fees on Friday. I was talking to Wayne, and one manager or someone was paying a referee £80 to do an adult game. And I think, come on referees, I think you agree with me, myself, yeah, you take the money, but £80 for one game, I think it's getting a little bit too much. And if that happens in kids football, we're going to be pricing ourselves out of the game as well. I'd love to know your thoughts as well. I'd love to know your thoughts. mal@don'ttextheline.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. Now I'm getting feedback of different managers and different coaches regarding incidents in football matches. So we'll take them into account, and we'll probably talk about them on next week's shows, because we want to keep our referees within the game. We want to keep managers putting their teams into the game. We don't want any managers walking away from a game either. We want them to keep the kids playing. That's what it's all about, keeping the kids fit and active and smiling if we can. So we all need to work together and get things ironed out if there is a problem between referees, managers, and that's what we were doing in the Walton and Caretail Junior League last season. We're trying to bring referees and managers together if there was an incident, and it was working a treat. And we want to do exactly the same. Why shouldn't we? All talk together, and let's make it a little bit different in grassroots football. Work as a team, work together, and as I was saying on the other day's show, organisations should be all working together as one if we want to make a difference and make sure that no teams are losing out on referees, no teams are losing out on managers, coaches, everyone's DBS checked. Who's checking the DBSs from the county FAs? We were doing them last year, we were working closely until a few of the officials left our local county FA. So that stopped me from doing it. It was my idea, and we were checking because we had to, because of the safeguarding incidents, and everyone was thanking us for doing this, because you have to bring home who is registered, who's not, who's affiliated, who's not. We just need a lot more referees within the game, and we can only work together to try and make that happen, can't we? So anyway, what we're trying to say as well is wrap up. Please, referees, put your thermals on, because as I say, I was freezing cold there yesterday. Most of you referees are thick-blooded. I tell you what you put up with now, you do that is just amazing, because I think I witnessed the young referees last year absolutely freezing cold. I felt sorry for them actually, and they were going from game to game, and we don't take that into account, do we, when we start verbally abusing our referees, that they're there to give us a game and make sure that the game flows, and they try and put the laws of the game into perspective and for easy to understand. We all know that referee uniform needs to be on that pitch of play. The kids are in uniform, and you know, when you witness managers and parents doing the games because there's no referees, what is happening? If we've got no registered referees, what do? We have to have a manager doing it. Now they're not registered, They haven't got the qualifications as a referee. They don't get paid for it. I don't think they do. I think they just save the team's money, and that's the way it should be, if they can. But we just need to all work together and find out answers and find out what we can do to solve these issues, these problems, and all work together. Because it is a problem. If you've got referees in a game, well, I could just go out and get a uniform now and start refereeing and start earning a few bob if you don't have to register. And that's all we have to do with the coaches and the parents. Just put a referee kit on and just say, come do that game for us, will you? Don't have to be registered or affiliated. Let's just go and do that. We'd have too many of them, wouldn't we? Everyone making a bob or two. So we need to know, get a grip of things, and obviously I'd love to hear some answers. Liverpool County FA and every other county FA, easily get in touch with me, mal@don'ttextheline.com. We need to solve the problem out. We need to solve it quickly, because on your website, on the County FA's website, with the FA, with the NSPCC, you have all these rules, laws and regulations on the safeguarding. Just go on there and look at it, and if you've done your safeguarding course online, or you're taking your DBS course, and you look, it's all there for you to see. So you should know what laws and regulations that you're breaking if you're contacting minors, and minors are up to the age of 18 years of age. We know that. Managers are contacting referees who are young kids, putting the numbers in the phone. That is against the law. Check it out. It's not me, it's on the website there. You're breaking the law, the minors are breaking the law, but it still goes on. And I'm sure the parents, and I got approached by a parent the other day whose son was, who's just on 17 years, and asked me, come up to me and said, Mal, a manager has just asked for my son's name and phone number to contact him to referee games if they have friendlies and things like that. And the parent said, is this right? I'm not trying to cause a problem, but I just wanted a little bit of advice. Is it okay? And I said, well, not really, no, because the manager should be going through yourself and contacting yourself, because even though 17 years of age, he's still a minor. That's the laws, that's not me, that's everyone. The laws about it, you know, if the mums and dads are okay by it, well, that's fine. I can't say, well, I don't know whether it's fine. Is it fine? If that's the way you want to trust adults or vulnerable children, then I don't know. I don't know the answers, but no. And hats off to the parent who asked me the question and just said, well, I'll go and get the manager's number, or tell him that he'd contact me when he's 18, he can do what he wants. And it's only fair, it's only the laws of our country, it's the rules, regulations in the county FAs. It shouldn't be me policing that, it should be the official bodies of the county FA. You know, we need assessors out and about to assess young referees. We're out there, the volunteers are helping the referees, and people are standing back who are getting paid and letting all the volunteers do that. Wouldn't we all be amazingly well if we were all in our jobs and we took a volunteer off the street and said, do us a favour, come do that for us, will you? And you get your wage for it. Well, it's the same thing, isn't it? These are my opinions, by the way, and I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm only telling you what's set out in black and white for all of us to understand. I am just reading off the board, off the website, the official website, as to the laws of DBS checks, safeguarding checks, you name it. They're all there online, and you can get them free or you can pay for them. But I'm just trying to safeguard many of our minors out there as well, and there's no harm in that. If you're a parent, then you'll respect the work that I am doing and trying to protect them all from who knows what. Anyway, we're coming towards the end of our show. I hope you've enjoyed this weekend. It's been great. Start wrapping up, keep warm, enjoy your games wherever you may be. Let's just hope whatever you wear over the weekend, your games flowed with no problems whatsoever, and you enjoyed the football side of things, and there was no animosity towards any of our referees or each other on and off the field of play. Okay, we've come to the end of our show, so we'll see you next Friday at 7 p.m. with the young commentators. Look forward to it, but we've got a full house next week. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax. So from myself, Manley, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect programme, hashtag Don't Bully the Ref. We'll see you on Friday at 7 p.m. Have a great week. Good night, God bless.